Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to my live and welcome to my hood, you guys. This is my hood right here. This is the old hood right here. This is the old house right there, you guys. Teresa's house, brother Alden's house. That's where the Davis stay now. I can't remember who stays there. The old boss. That's the boss of the hood right there, Darlene. The rest, this is all the hood. So you guys wonder what I'm always fussing about, talking about, you know. This is what I fight for right here, you guys. Moses Lake. I advocate. I don't just fight. I advocate for this area, you guys. And also, too, just before I continue, if you guys notice the camera is a lot better, you guys. I finally upgraded my phone. I used to hang out here a lot when I was a kid, you guys. Right here. This is the tracks. There's an old wood right here that we used to do our killings on. We used to kill gophers. We used to kill gophers up in here. This is my childhood, you guys. And I didn't have too bad. I didn't have too bad of an upbringing, you guys. I can't complain. I grew up pretty good, you know. My father was a little strict, but I guess that's the way you got to be if that's how you want your. If you want things to work out. Um, Right here, this is where we used to do our killing. This used to be the killing field. This is Charlie's field, Hamburger Hill right there. It's the hood, you guys. Um, I don't know. I thought I'd do a live today, you guys. I was gonna do a live last night, but fuck, honestly, my computer can't work for shit. So I thought, you know what, tomorrow during lunch hour, I'll probably come do a live. So here I am today, you guys, and I got a few topics to speak about. Um, you guys see in the description, I put a little bit of everything, you know, family, Blood Tribe Police, all this fuckery going on. Um, I don't know, you guys. How can I put it? After the hit got rid of us, it all turned to this. It's turned to shit. Um, we used to do a lot, you guys, just being at our houses alone, you guys, like just being alone in the hood here, we could do a lot, you know, do a lot for our people, and we did, you guys, we did a whole shitload. We didn't just bring drugs to the hood, and however the blood tribe wants to portray it. Yeah, we didn't just bring drugs to the hood and say that uh, this is what we're about. No, 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 no. We used to help out that house right there. We used to bring in a lot of people that didn't have housing, and we would take them in. You know, not even for sometimes even for just for free. My father had a soft heart for the people that had problems with housing, and a lot of people came in and out of that house. And yeah, you know, there was a point that I was selling dope. You guys, there's a time I used to sell a lot of weed. My reputation actually went down the drain because of weed. Sometimes I think about it, you know, 2006, I was the only guy selling weed, and cops had a job. They were busting me. There was like this goof ass cop. I mentioned it in a video a while back. Fuck, he's a piece of shit. I forgot his last name. You guys know who I'm talking about. He's a butt trap police. They used to make raids at my house here, and then he'll stand outside and he'll start flexing in his picture, you know, like just to show sarcasm, eh? And Um, yeah, I didn't like that because that was my reputation after that. Everybody said I was a drug dealer. And, who would think, like, you try to back yourself up and say, oh, I only sell weed, I only sell weed. It did make a big difference back then, you guys. It was only weed. It wasn't like what you see today. People selling down and people are dying from it. I was addicted to it, you guys, and I got off, and I'm blessed I got off it. I'm also blessed that I get to advocate for my people. I'm blessed that I get to do all this stuff for my people. And I miss the hood, you guys. I really miss the hood. I really miss that house right there because, my Uncle Leland and, a lot of us had a lot of stories from that house, And, a majority of our stuff are right here still. There's like pictures, there's like, old jewelry and stuff like that used to belong to us. I have a hidden map of where my toys used to be. Like when I was a kid, me, Rockland Junior, we used to always like digging holes and shit. And we dug a hole back here, and we put some toys back there. Till today, that still remains there. There's a little uh, green, I believe it was a green box that we put in there with all our toys and stuff. So yeah, a lot of stuff, you guys. I now that I'm older, I got children of my own. That's why I'd like to do the things that my father did for me and my siblings growing up. Like I said, we weren't rich. We weren't poor either. And sometimes that's how today everything's looked at. As money, and it doesn't have to always be money, you guys, because no. Someone told me. I was telling my wife a story about. You guys know Dr. Taylor in Cardston. Um, he's a good doctor. He's an Israeli. One of the main reasons why I named my son Israel. Anyways, Dr. Taylor. Dr. Taylor told me, he's like, Eric, you got your house. You got your house, and you're richer than most people. He was telling me about he was telling me about this patient that had cancer. He said he's a millionaire. He owns a few businesses in Cardston. And he said, I spoke to him. He said that he would trade in all his money just for me to help him and get better. He actually was willing to give the doctor millions of dollars thinking that the doctor can fix him. The doctor said, I can't fix him because it was cancer, and the best thing I do is treat him, hey? And he said, that guy had a lot of money, and that guy couldn't even buy his house back. So Dr. Taylor said, Eric, you're richer than a lot of people because you got your house. And you guys, I am grateful. I'm grateful for where I'm at in life. I got like no worries. The worries I do got, that I can fix them. They're not. I don't have to really worry about anything, you guys, because the Creator. I put it in His hands, and He took care of it for me. So I don't stress the little things in life, money. I don't stress any of that stuff. I won't stress money ever again, is the way I put it. And all I can do is try to let people see it from my aspect, and when I try to tell people about it, they don't. A lot of people don't listen and then a lot of people will come back at me and say it's because of the hardships they're going through, and believe me, guys, I wish I can help everybody. I do. I wish I can help everybody. I wish I could just like snap my finger and you're fine. Snap my finger, you're fine. But I can't do that, you guys. I don't have what it takes to do that. what I can do is keep speaking up and doing these videos, making everybody see everything from a woke version, you guys. And you guys see that term a lot, or maybe you guys hear that term a lot, eh? And woke, woke just means somebody that can see in the dark. They can see the bullshit through it, through the smoke screen. And you guys, although I can't help my people financially, I can't help my people with some of this bullshit that's going on, like housing issues, because our housing issues are the same as every other reserve in Canada. They got a Leslie Water Chief all over Canada, you guys. And there's not much that we could do because we live our life in the reservation under the rules and the regulations of I think it's called, it used to be called INAC. I can't remember the name. I think it's like still INAC. I think there's just an R in there, I believe. Anyways, the reserve follows those regulations. Chief and council use those regulations, and they use it to run our money. They use it to run our business, our infrastructure, our economy, our departments. They use the same regulations as everybody else, you guys. And I try just to explain that. It doesn't hurt for us to gain new knowledge. It doesn't hurt for us to know that we can speak up. We can change it. Together we can change it. That's where your homeboy comes in. We don't agree with the way, like housing, probably because I did that little protest for that building right there, the Indian hospital right there by those trees. Because I advocated for everybody that was in that building. I'll probably never get selected for a house, my family, and we'll probably never have our name said at housing or at a meeting, that involves us getting a house. I'm fine with where I'm at, you guys, but this is where home is. Like, this is where home is for me, and I can do a hell of a lot more damage here on the reserve than being off the reserve. I don't like the position that they put us in. And because I help the people at the Indian hospital, I'll probably never get helped again. I'll always be looked at as a villain. And the people that kiss these guys' asses, they don't realize that they're only kissing their ass for a time being, maybe sometimes 4 years. You can be best friends with the counselor, kiss his ass. 4 years later, he doesn't get elected, and all of a sudden he doesn't know you anymore. Oh, let's go talk to Eric. I can't, you guys, I can't keep living like that because all I ever tried to do was just spread the word and let people know of what's going on, what's happening, and then I get bashed on like what you guys saw, and it's not cool because this is our community. They put us here, this is all of our community. It's not just chief and councils. It's not just the head of department, housing department, to say that this is theirs. Although they do run it like it's theirs, and they run it like it's their own personal piggy bank and all that stuff, you guys. I can't say much about that, I can't advocate for that either because, like I said, this is rules and regulations of INAC. Every reserve is going to use it. Every reserve is going to use this platform. There's no other way around it, you guys. There's a way that this could change, and that could be equal. We could all sit around at the table and explain our situations and see which one's emergency, which one's not. and then bam, that's how we run it. No, not on the reserve. The reserve, you gotta know somebody. You gotta don't throw in the odd name. I'm not hating to anybody that got selected for a house. I'm happy for you. I'm just trying to explain to you guys the situation of how it was selected, how we did, how we did the selection, how we did the. It's bullshit. It's bullshit because people like Leslie Water Chief could use this list, and on this list, there's drug dealers and probably people that did bad stuff. Not just us. But they'll forever remain on that list. My bro Colin right here at this house right here. Everybody who's somebody partied there. Colin lost his house because there's a drug dealer in front of his house. And yeah, he got stopped there, and then housing didn't even take the time to listen. All they heard was that there's a drug bust at his house right there. Here, the drug dealer didn't get busted in his house. The drug dealer was parked outside of his house. The information the cops got, they were told that there was drug dealing coming out of that house. My brother has addiction, you guys. Everybody deals with addiction. And this kid got busted in front of his house. Bunch of 40 pieces and 20 pieces. I think it was in the newspapers. You guys may have seen it. And he lost his house for that, you guys. So he ended up getting another house this last month. This lady from Siksika. I know Kainai is different from Siksika, but we can't say much because the housing director is from Siksika too. So we're all Treaty 7. Treaty 7 told her to Treaty 7 told her or Kainai told him that he can't live in that house because apparently the house owner is in a dispute with some other people that have their own houses. See, that's the thing I didn't agree with. I was like, well, if my brother has his own, if these guys have their own houses, how come my brother can't keep this house? They said that because he didn't go through the proper channels. That's why they were taking the house away. And the stupid housing people on our reserve, Kainai, end up taking the house away from him. So now him and his son and his daughter, his two underage kids, they're out on the street again. So that got me to thinking about doing this live. I started thinking about this live. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a live in the hood. That's why I'm in the hood right now, you guys, doing this live. I did this video because people say that times have changed. Eric, that's just in the past, whatever. But you guys know what? It's not. It's still the same. Housing clearly has their own schedule. So anybody that was dealing drugs back in the day, or if you got in trouble with the law, that means that you'll always remain on that list. And housing will never help you out. That's fucking bullshit, you guys. Like, there's this guy here that he's got a white wife. I got nothing to do with race. This has nothing to do with race, you guys. But he's got a white wife and they got a 3 bedroom house. Me and my family got to pay $1,800. 1,800 smackaroonies for a 2 bedroom with one bathroom. So I gotta pay $1,800 while housing ignores my situation. I actually put our people before my situation. I gathered up the people at the building and I told them, if you guys back me up on this, I'll vouch for it. So I vouched for it. I vouched for the whole building. Deep down, you guys, deep down, I fucking knew that regardless of my family's situation, we would not get help. Now, all I asked was for housing to help us, you know. And well, I told housing to help us, I was hearing my friends that got houses complain. They was complaining hardcore. They're like, okay, well, I don't like living in standoff because I'm a Moses Laker. I don't like this house because I'm in Moses Lake, but I'm a standoffer. And you guys get this, my kids are in school in Cartston, so I asked housing for a house in the Moses Lake area because we didn't have a vehicle at the time. Not that I was gonna get to, not that we're gonna get a chance, but I did throw it out there, and I knew that they weren't gonna do shit for my family, you know. And okay, if you're not gonna do nothing for my family, then why don't you guys get off my dick? You know, because I gotta hear it all the time. Eric this, Eric that, Eric's family, Eric's this, his family's that. Like, leave my family alone. If you don't care to hear my situation and why my family needs a house, then why do you give a fuck about me at all? I love the community. I'll always advocate for the community. What I don't get is how things will never change. Things will never change. Yet we'll always be worried about Eric and his problem. We're always gonna focus on what Eric does. That's bullshit. I fucking don't agree with it. You guys got us labeled as drug dealers. That's where my story comes into place, you guys. 2006, getting busted for marijuana. Ruined my reputation. Now you guys got all these drug dealers out here selling this down and killing our people, as you guys put it. I'm always going to have an argument. We're not the ones that went to go get it. We're not the ones that made it. We sure as hell didn't bring it in from the border. We got no planes. We got no boats. We got no trains. We got no connections. The man put us here for the situation. The man put us here. It's an everyday challenge. We're not different, you guys. We're dealing with the same thing they're dealing with in Saddle Lake, Onion Lake, Moses Lake. We're dealing with the same shit. I'm just here to tell you guys that. That's what my YouTube channel's for. That's what my podcast is for. By the way, you guys, subscribe. We got a cash giveaway. Do it up. We can't keep living like this. You guys fighting amongst each other. One kisses another's ass on the reserve, and all of a sudden Eric come mad at you. I loved you last month, Eric, but I'm mad at you this month. I don't care. That's your position to play. I'm the advocator. I'm the guy that tries his best to help out who he can when he can. That's who I am. You know, back in my day, you guys, when I was having it hard, like being a kid growing up, I used to think, somebody should come buy me a paw. Somebody should come buy me a slush. No one ever helped me out. And this is just an analogy, you guys. Somebody comes up and asks me they need a slush, they need a paw. I'll buy it. I got no problem. But when people ask me for the bigger fight, of, oh hey Eric, can you help me out? So and so's fucking me down at the departments. You think you can help me out? I can give you some pointers. They might not work, but it's the thought that counts. That's who I am. Now, I wish I ran by somebody like me when I was younger. Maybe I wouldn't have grew up so pissed off, eh? Like I said, I grew up good, but at the same time, pissed off. I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how people don't. I don't know how people could go through this and keep going through this and not know that you should fight like I do. I fight, I advocate. Sometimes it doesn't do no good, but at least I still fight. I still give it my all. I give it my all because in the end, I know like it pays off for me because that just the gratitude, you guys, the satisfaction of it gives me enough momentum to keep doing it. Man, I love helping out the reserve. Man, I love helping you guys out. Man, I like doing videos. I'm getting better at that. People in the comments said, you know, Eric, you're doing good. You know, you keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll keep dealing with the reserve. You know, I'm used to dealing with two-facers. I'm used to dealing with people with fake ass attitudes. I mean, but that's your guys' prerogative, you guys. That's your guys' cards. You guys play them how you want. I get my own deck. I play how I want. So, just the fact that we have to keep enduring this fight, enduring it. Like it tells me when is it going to be enough to change that? I'm not rich, you guys. I'm not poor. I'm in a position. I'm held in a higher position. I know the creator. I know the creator put me here for a reason. I stand in a higher position than most people because I can speak my mind. I got balls. I ain't afraid of anyone. I'm held to a higher standard, and I like it, you guys. I'm gonna keep fighting, you guys. I'm gonna keep doing these videos. I'm gonna keep perfecting my craft. I'm gonna keep doing these videos, guys. I'm gonna keep doing it. And I'm not one of those guys too, you guys, that are trying to take down the whole fucking system. That's impossible. You're gonna go gray. You're gonna go gray for trying to fight that kind of a fight. It's impossible. What I feel is we can take what we can get, kind of like working with scraps, and then trying to make do with it at the end. That's what I'm gonna do, you guys. That's what yours truly's gonna do. Whatever resources I can get my hand onto, and whenever the chat, whenever I get a chance to utilize my skills, I'll use them, you guys. 100% I'll use them if it's to help myself out, to help my family out. I'll do it. But I get tired, you guys. I get tired too, just like everybody else, you know. I get tired when people don't listen to me. They'll ignore me because they think I'm trying to say something else when I'm only trying to say this. We got a lot of money down in those departments. We can create something with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I hate those departments. I hate those people. I don't. I understand that we have the same platform as everybody else. What I don't get is how some people say they're going against it. Because we never had anybody go against it. We just had everybody go with it. Why can't we just like fucking get together and say, hey, let's solve these problems, especially with the housing issues, because the housing issues, you guys, is gonna go on forever. And I don't get why the housing is run like that, you know? Maybe it's the same reason why they get paid more than our leaders. I don't know what it is, you guys, but there's got to be some change down there, you guys. People like my family, I got 8 kids, you guys. I got 8 kids. Don't fucking judge me for what I do to make ends meet. I got 8 kids. The reserve won't even help me if I ask them. And yeah, it's my problem. They're my kids. But sometimes assistance doesn't have to always just come from me. It could come from people that understand the situation. So don't judge me for what I do for my family to make ends meet. Even if we were to put a store up, you guys, we'll still get that shut down. Even if you want to sell potato chips, you'll get shut down. You know what I'm saying? Even if you want to put up a corner store, we'll get shut down. I found out that this program that I'm taking, there might not be any job at the end, so, it really discouraged me, guys. And I thought to myself, okay, well, I don't mind the paychecks right now, but if I'm not going to be, if they told us at the start, okay, you guys join this program, we're going to get you some work at the end, we'll all feel that same way, like, I was excited. And then yesterday or last week, I found out that there might not be no jobs. See, so that's what I say. And I say, okay, you guys got all this money for us to join your program. You guys spend the money however you want. And then all of a sudden, there's no more jobs. Like you can't convince me that's not a money grab. That's clearly a money grab. And the reserve does it all the time for not just this fucking program, for everything. Chief and council, everything they do is a money grab. And then us, we can't even like we're doing this program, this legwork, and we're not even promised work. So you guys try convince me that you didn't do a money grab for this situation. And then I say something about it, and then all of a sudden you guys are hate on me. That is some serious bullshit, you guys. Well, you guys, I'm back to this program here. I'm not too sure how it's gonna go or what's going on here, but I'll see you guys on my next live. I know you guys enjoy my lives. I know you guys like taking the time to listen to me, so I appreciate that, you guys. We'll do my next one, and I'll see you guys on episode 3, you guys. Stay tapped into the YouTube channel, you guys. Peace out till then.